Hi everyone, I was hoping that I wasn't gonna have to record this again, but here we are on month 2.
I'm only on cycle day 3, so how is a follicle already at a 15? My heart is racing so bad. Oh my god. Oh god. I've been through so much already.
We're starting round 2. I'm here at the clinic in Minneapolis. We're gonna do a baseline ultrasound today just to make sure everything looks okay. And I'm assuming the plan is to take Clomid for 5 days, come back for another ultrasound so they can look and see how my follicles are doing, and then we'll schedule the IUI procedure after that.
Hi guys, I'm home now. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on the results of my baseline ultrasound that I had. It was the intravaginal ultrasound, so they stick that wand, inside of you, and they look around, take measurements, look at your ovaries, your lining of your uterus, and just kind of see how things are looking before you start Clomid, or just the medication that they're going to put you on, just because they want to make sure that everything looks okay. So they do the exam. I wait for the nurse to come in, and she's a really friendly lady, just, kind of walks me through the process of what we're gonna be doing again. And she mentions that I have a follicle already developed at 15 millimeters. Now, for some of you, you're not gonna really know what that means, but when you're about to ovulate, your follicle number is usually around 19 millimeters to maybe in the 20s. So that's when they know, hey, you're gonna ovulate soon, we're gonna do a trigger shot, we're gonna get you back in for the IUI. I'm only on cycle day 3. So how is a follicle already at a 15? I was really kind of confused about that, didn't even know that that could happen, but I was a little bit concerned, because she said, since you have a follicle that's already at a 15 and you're on cycle day 3, if it's active and if it's releasing estrogen into your body, we cannot do an IUI this month. And I'm gonna recommend that you go home and you and your husband have intercourse every other day, and we'll just hope that, this egg gets you pregnant and we won't even have to do medication or any of the other stuff that you normally do. Which is fine, but that wasn't really the plan. I was kind of blindsided by this option. So what they had to do is take a blood sample and check my estrogen levels. If my estrogen levels are above 100, that means that this one follicle is still active and it's going to release its egg in the next few days or so, and I'm gonna ovulate super early, and we're gonna just treat it like a normal cycle where it's unmedicated, no help, it's kind of a natural cycle, which we've done that. I mean, we're 2 years into this thing. I kind of don't want to go back to that, because if it didn't work for the last 1.5 to 2 years, how is it gonna work this one time? I know miracles can happen, but it just wasn't an option that I really wanted to hear or I was ready for. So I was praying the whole way home that my results would come back and they would just see that this was a leftover egg from last cycle. For some reason, it didn't disappear, it's just kind of stuck. So she said it's very common, it does happen. You can have follicles left over from your last cycle. This one, for some reason, just didn't disappear like it was supposed to. So I was, told my husband when I got home, we were kind of perplexed, like, great, I hope this doesn't hurt our chances, because we really were relying on hopefully the second IUI to be, the thing that gets us pregnant, not have to feel like we're taking a step backwards by skipping a month, doing everything naturally, and then trying again, because at this point, we just want to be pregnant now. I just want to be pregnant now. And each month that goes by just feels like I'm wasting time. Like my clock in my body is just ticking and I'm running out of time. I know I've got plenty of time, but it just feels very urgent. Every single month is super important. It's super urgent, like to get everything right and for it to go smoothly and for us to get pregnant. And so this little hiccup just kind of threw me into a whirlwind of thoughts and sadness and kind of nervousness and a little bit scared on what they were gonna see. But the doctor called, she said everything looks great, we're gonna proceed with the IUI this month, so they must have discovered that it's just a dormant leftover egg that's stuck at a 15, and that I can start Clomid tomorrow night for 5 days, and then we will do another follicle count after that to see what other follicles have developed. So I'm not sure if that's just kind of like a cyst at this point, that one egg that's just kind of hanging there at a 15, not really doing anything. So I'm hoping that it doesn't hinder anything and that it will just kind of go away on its own. But I wanted to give you an update on that because of all the YouTube videos that I've watched and all of the people's stories that I've heard, I've never heard of this before. So I was kind of thrown for a loop and a little bit scared. Fingers crossed, please pray for me that this is gonna be the one. Again, it's been 2 years, so some really good news in the pregnancy department would be much appreciated. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Thanks for listening.
pregnancy test very early this morning in secret so that my husband wouldn't wake up. And I put it in the cabinet in a secret spot so that he wouldn't be able to see it if he was looking in my cabinet. I don't know why he'd be in there, but just in case. It was too dark to see the results. I tried using my flashlight on my phone, and it was really hard. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put this away. I'm gonna hide it, and I'm gonna come back later and I'm gonna check it. And the reason that I have to be so quiet is because my husband and I both work from home. So you can't really get away. You can't really keep this a secret for too long. I mean, I could say I'm going to the bathroom and he'd leave me alone, but still, like, it's just hard to kind of sneak when you need to, when you and your husband both work from home. So I'm gonna go into the cabinet now and we're gonna see what the results say. Fingers crossed that it's positive. This is our second IUI, and I'm really, really hoping that this is the one. I've kind of been having some symptoms. I can put my fingers down now. I've kind of been having some symptoms of possible pregnancy, but the problem is that they're very similar to period symptoms, or like when you're gonna get your period. So it's like, how do you know if it's a pregnancy symptom versus just a menstrual cycle symptom? So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's check. Okay, I've got my test. I can hear my dog outside the door trying to get in, so hopefully she won't spoil anything, but I've got my test right here. My heart is racing so bad. I'm like out of, oh God, it's just the dog. Come on, Summer. It scared me. That didn't help, but my heart is racing. Sit. Oh, it's never a dull moment in here, is it? So, I'm gonna show you first. Summer, sit. Sit down, baby. I know you're excited too, but can you just let me look first? Can mommy look first, please? I'm gonna let you look first. Did you see anything? Did you see anything? Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I think it's positive. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, Summer, thank you. Thanks for the kisses, okay? I know. Thank you, baby. Thank you for the kisses. Yes, I appreciate the kisses. Oh my God. It's been a year and 9 months that we've been waiting for this. I just can't believe it. Okay. I'm shaking. Look at my hands. I have to go. I have to figure out how I'm gonna tell my husband. Oh, please let this be real. Please let this be real. Please let this be real. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I have to call the fertility doctors today because they said if we got a positive pregnancy test, at home test, that they had to confirm it with a blood test to make sure that this is not just a false positive due to that Ovidrel shot. But oh, please let this be real. Please let this be happening, please. We've been through so much already. I just don't know this is real. Okay. I gotta go collect myself and figure out how I'm gonna tell my husband. Oh my God, wish me luck. Oh, my mind is racing. My heart is racing. Oh, I'm shaking. Okay.